Hi guys. All right, wait. All right. Hi guys. I think this is recording. I'm almost 100% sure this is recording. This. Okay, so it was recording, and there's probably this like blank. Maybe I don't know if I edited it out or not. At the end of the video or whatever, but um, the, the face cam. I mean, this is to Vangjel. So say hi to Vangjel. This is for you, buddy. You're in the Skype call, I know, so you can say hi
Yeah.
to yourself. Say hi to yourself.
Hello.
It's kind of weird. Alright. I'm gonna say hi to myself as well. Hi. Um, okay, so, this is for you on how to, like, how simple Blender render is. Like, rendering with Blender. So basically, all you need is you can get rigs or you can create it yourself. This one I used a rig for. It's insanely simple. I'm sorry about these windows over here. I'm not sure how to close them yet. I'll figure it out. But so let's get started. So first, if you have the rig I have, and use the simple one because it's easier to manipulate, you're gonna have something that looks like that, except for Steve will be standing pretty straight up because mine is this at the moment. It's very laggy because I'm using the screencast, but it's alright. My FPS is crappy, like insanely crappy. I wish I could lock it at a certain thing and just have other things not use system resources, but it doesn't matter. So, first thing you're going to want to do is this is something I'm going to do. I'm actually going to take off my recording while I get rid of these, but all you're going to want to do is you're just going to want to highlight the blocks you don't want. So I'm going to get this glass block out. So you just click delete and then delete. Delete, delete. Why is that not deleting? And delete, delete. So then you have this, and all you need to do is hold shift and then D, and then you just bring it over wherever it is that you're going to want to put it. Sometimes if you're using Blender that can be a little bit difficult, but this is the only 3D software that I trust. So, actually, you know what? Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. About as wide as I want it that way, and then come over this way. Shift D, Shift D, Shift D. So, then I'm gonna want to go like, you're gonna want to go like this, and then just kind of Shift D, Shift D, Shift D, however far back you want it. I'm gonna go one more, Shift D, and you can just go like this, Shift D, Shift D, Shift D, Shift D, Shift D, Shift D. So you're right over. If you're doing a square, that is. Shift D, Shift D. And then you can fill it in. Shift D, Shift D, Shift D, Shift D, Shift D, Shift that. Shift D. That failed. Okay, Shift. That was a scaling. D. Shift D. Nope. Undo. Shift D. Like that. Shift D. Shift D. And get rid of that. Okay. Nope. That's not what I wanted to do. No. No! Sorry, guys. Extremely sorry. I'm not used to animating very much yet. There. Finally. Alright. Shift D. Now I'm just gonna see. So Shift D, and then you just bring it over there. So now I have my arg there. Now I have my thing. So I'm gonna go back to highlighting Steve, and then he has. So let me bring this back to the first frame. So he has these white things in them, or in him. Hold on 1 second. So he has these white things in them, and I just did something. Okay. So he has these white things in him, and if you just highlight them, there's bones actually. You go to pose mode. You can move them around. So like if you hit R twice, you can move his leg around. In weird. That's about as far back as they go, so you get to about there, and then they're just kind of back to their position. Yeah, and it's fun. But so what you're gonna want to do to actually animate, and I'm not gonna save this because, well, I've been working on it anyways. So what you're gonna want to do to animate is when you click the recording button, you're also gonna want to click the keys there. And that locks every move you make in. And so you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go one further, and then you're going to want to shift. Woo, that's a start menu. You're going to want to hit shift, and then right, left. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I really am. You're going to want to hit shift, and then I can't remember how I was doing it the other day. Shift. What was? Okay. Oh, it's control, and then you kind of do that, and then you can just move him a little bit. Oops. Oh! That's not right. That is completely not right. What is going on here? Okay, so you're gonna hold control. Actually, let me. And I hope you know the controls for Blender are really simple. Just go to there when you get Blender. There's a website they have for manual. You can just right-click help, or no, left-click help, and then you can go to the manual website when you get Blender. I'm not going to get into the controls because we don't have a lot of time in the videos. I mean, 15 minutes of recording time because I use Screencast-O-Matic and I use the free version. Alright, so you're going to hold control, and then you're going to take your just going to left click completely around, and then that'll highlight whatever. I'm sorry for the lag, guys. That'll highlight whatever it is that's in your circle, but that circle didn't pop up correctly for me because most of my processing power is going to my RAM for my screen recorder. Sorry. So that highlights all that, and you're just going to want to right click and just bring them around and do whatever. And same thing with his bones. Like, you can hold shift and just click all the bones and whatever if you wanted, but you know, you're better off just moving them. And then, so what you do after that, you click on his bones. If you didn't do his bones first, and you're in pose mode. If you're not, then you go to pose mode. It's right down here. You just click pose mode. When you start animating, it should be in edit mode. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this bone here, that thigh bone. I'm going to rotate. Oh, that's wrong rotation. That's also wrong rotation. I'm going to rotate that back to about straight. How far? Okay. Rotate till it's about straight. And then you just, you don't have to, but this is the way I'm doing it because, well, I'm kind of not in the right position anyways. And it just locks every movement in, so this is going to be my first thing. This is going to start off looking like so, and then what I want to do is I'm going to go down here and click, you know, till whatever, and then I could, mine's already set for things, but you can just move it, and 24 frames is in 1 second. Like, that's how many frames it should be displaying in 1 second, unless you're getting a ton of lag. So the more you set this down here to, the longer every action that you make it do is going to take. So for now, that's it. Although, real quick, if you don't know about this, if you don't know what Blender is, this is a camera. So you just set that to where you want to go, and then you can click render. And that'll render whatever it's going to look like if you just had a still image of that. If you're just making one still image, that's what it would look like. And so, yeah. If you're not... Oh, I don't know why that big black spot's there. Right down here. This is just rendering every frame. If you're rendering the animation, you can click animation, and when you're done with your animation, and then you can click play, because all of them are rendered. As long as you don't change anything, you can play your rendered animation. So, like, if I wanted to play my rendered, or render my animation, you know, I'll come back when that's done rendering, and then I'll click play. Right, so I'm going to let that render, and I'll catch you guys done rendering. Okay, guys, so it seems we're done rendering. So it's back down to this 10 here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hit 0, and then I'm going to hit play. And then that's going to pop up as this. Something's going to pop up in a second. There it is. So, then this rendered thing. I made this. This is what I did. I just think it's really cool. So, that's tutorial on Blender. Vangjel, this goes out to you. I'm talking to you right there.
Mm-hmm.
Talking to you. Alright, so, see you guys later. Don't forget to smack the like button, kill it, hug it, whatever you want to do to it, as long as you click it.
Share with family friends.
Don't forget to subscribe, because Batman wants you to. He's Batman. No, I'm just kidding. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.